Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the left side as the Panzer Elite Forces, we have Pajo Force. Spawn on the left side as the other Panzer Elite player, we have Arcamis? I have no idea how to pronounce some of these names. Spawn as the yellow US player, we have Lord Qrczak? Wax? That's one vowel there, so it'd be one syllable. I have no idea. And spawn as the British forces, we have Zohan. I think that's the simplest name to pronounce. We do now have the Qrczak moving over here to the fuel munition sector, and looks like going eye for this general direction. US engineers advancing forward. We've got a early Bren carrier. Some people prefer the Pershing, bit of heavy front line, go along with the motor pool. Oh, let's find out if they see if it's a good game. Qrczak captured this fuel point. We do have this engineer advancing on forward. I got this engineer capture this fuel point now. Barracks have been on the field, and now we do have the HQ command trucks has not packed up just yet. He's eyeing for something else. Let's see, he's eyeing for an intersection there. Qrczak advance on back. We're seeing a bit of fire there. Nothing loaded on the back of Qrczak just yet, so likely not selecting the doctrine just yet. And the Pentagram is going to say hi to the intersection, and they don't want their tea. Over here, Bren Carrier trying to get some damage there onto the Qrczak. We'll get some good damage, especially at close range. Scope Rifle Squad designed to hold the line behind some heavy cover. Very nice. US engineers being overrun by pounds of Grenadiers, and we can see a lot of bit of wire being put on the field. One engineer squad does fall back. This engineer is trying to lay down some more wire there. May want to stop. Qrczak has him saved. Bren Carrier seen a bit of fire there, but should be able to drive on out of there. And US Riflemen here to support out the Bren Carrier. Engineer squad here does fall back. Riflemen behind some heavy cover there. Getting some shots on in. Only a couple models, however. Looks just two. He needs to push it a little bit farther forward to get some more shots off. Section crawling their way forward without stuff and supply. They will move at the snail's pace. Gotta make sure they don't spill the tea while walking. Rifleman squad do dance forward a little bit. They may want to be retasked behind the heavy cover. And the Scope Rifle squad will capture this munition sector. That may be the end destination for the Bren Carrier, not Bren Carrier, HQ command truck. But you see the lieutenant on the build queue and to the backup HQ. We got 3 squads of Panzer Grenadiers here. Qrczak trying to capture this central VP. We're seeing a bit of fire there. Rifle or intersection in supply, advancing on forward. Rifleman and intersection behind some heavy cover, so a good firing line there. Not sure the penetration values in this game. I only know I know the stats a bit better in Company Heroes 2 than Company Heroes 1, since I'm a bit of a mod maker over there. I do know the higher rate of fire gives them more chances of penning. Rifleman squad is behind some heavy cover right there. We do now have a good number of Panzer Grenadiers in this region, and now got the NMG carrier upgrade. Each section advancing forward, one jogging, one of them walking. He's trying to pull out some split trips to the front line. That may be not a great idea. Assuming the Bren carrier controlling the fire, it could be a good idea, and that's not a good idea. Not getting focused down there. Slit trench only partially built. Receive a bit of damage there. Left hand in the region to inspire the nearby intersection. Allow him to run away a bit better. Inspire him to run. And a lot of these Pennsylvanians are receiving a bit of fire there. Slit trench down to half fill. Since he's solved retreat away, maybe a good idea just to focus it down. All I'm going to say between Company Heroes 1 and Company Heroes 2 is both are better than Company Heroes 3. Capture clearing station now being employed on the field. G43s gain some damage there onto the riflemen. Got these Panzer Grenadiers engaging this Scope Rifle squad, and got the US engineers capture some various sectors. And we do have observation posts on the fuel point. Casualty clearing station. Medic charging on forward. He may get gunned down.
Germans are trying to seize one of our
Can't
strategic
recover casualties in war. What are you thinking, buddy? Ex-medic will be charging on forward now. Though looks like the casualty itself got expired, but he's still going to run forward. But we'll be able to run away a bit quicker. Got these Panzer Grenadiers advancing on forward. And some of these infrastructures receiving a bit of fire there. US players pushing forward on the flanks with a little rifleman squad. Does have reinforcing rifleman squads as well. Instructions advancing forward. Do have a bit of light cover that we'll work with. Got mortar half-track now opponent field. Should be very effective versus British forces. The lieutenant is here, trying to capture that point now. And I got multiple Panzer Grenadier squads engaging. Sorry about that. Rifleman squad advancing forward. Got light cover here and here. And the Cow Carcass there does provide a bit of light cover as well. Though, not pleasant light cover. Brennan carrier advancing forward, trying to get some damage there onto the Kettengrad. Scope Rifle squad advancing forward. Brennan carrier has received quite a bit of damage. May want to get his teammate to bring forward some engineers to get it repaired up. He does not have an infantry support truck at the moment. It's on the build queue. Kettengrad trying to body block the Kettengrad, but do got the field repair ability there on the Brennan carrier. Looks like the Panzer Grenadiers do fall back there. Both of them do fall back. And so the trench has been garrisoned there. And that was a different one from earlier. 2 split trenches now in the central sector. And the Kettengrad now goes out of control there. Incendiary mortar does get directed there on the split trench. He needs to abandon it. Does scuttle it. Down south, rifleman squads with bar upgrades pushing along the flanks. 2-2 now deployed on the field. And this guy is waving his arms, being burned alive. He's using the run around burn alive animation there, even though he's on the ground. Yep, they're doing quite well. And I feel like another sneeze is coming. Those wipe with the rifle squad there. Good little pick. Mortar half-track still poses a massive threat to British forces. We got the lieutenant inside the slit trench, since he doesn't need it at the exact moment. Using officers that keep it secure is always quite nice. Your half-track now advance forward. Load up with 1 squad there. It is load up with a bold action squad or a G43 squad. Sounds like a G43. It's gonna be hard to tell while they're driving around. Mortar barrage onto the slit trench there. Lieutenant does evacuate the trench for his men. Two is now skirmishing around. Receiving a bit of fire, however. And now we've got the Brennan squad there. Scope Rifle squad advancing forward. Does get the infantry half-track button. And does see a bit of damage there. Half-track 2-2 is now pushed right forward. And now the infantry half-track does get gunned down by the sheer rifle fire. But there's a lot of Panzer Grenadiers over here. He's starting to get overran. There's, what, 8 Panzer Grenadier squads in this region. Mortar burning on it, suppressing his own forces, or his teammates' forces. If section's getting reinforced, forward healing is activated, which is very important. Rifleman squads need to advance on forward. They need to support his buddy. With the forward healing there, they can be a bit more durable. Lieutenant does get annihilated. The trench does get scuttled at the last moment. Incendiary mortar does come on in, getting some good damage to the reinforcement point. Rifleman engaging at long range. He's a bit healthier. He may want to charge forward the rifleman to draw fire for his buddy, because his buddy's taking a bit of a beating. Does use a button there on the 2-2s. 2-2s advancing forward, focusing on the casualty clearing station there. Very nice. I'm sort of. Oh, the medics are dead. There must be a lot of casualties on the ground, but it's unable to recover any. The US player is not advancing forward all too well. The casualty clearing station will go down. The US player should have been a bit more aggressive because the Brit was just getting hit too much there. He had healthy squads with a nearby casualty clearing station there for healing. He should have been much, much more aggressive. Additionally as well, something the US player could do, the casualty clearing station right there, you could upload a medic station back here because they will drop off casualties at his teammate's medic station, giving him casualties recovered for those intersections. And there was a lot of casualties there. And that could have been a large number of squads if he was able to get them recovered. The support truck there receiving quite a bit of fire, thanks to their hand truck to siege it down. Does pack on up, try to crawl away, but its engine's damaged. The healing is not fast, sure, but he had healthy squads, and the British forces were getting focused down. The rifleman squad could advance and flank.
Losing a munition sector.
And there goes the infantry support truck there. Infantry now advancing on forward. Good number T-43s here. At this point in time, I really wish the US play had a mortar. We do have a mortar pool deployed on the field. Rifleman squad do come in for a flank. Does spot 2 tank busters there. One rifleman squad does get wiped out. Another rifleman squad seems to fire there. I think that's officer. No, that had to be off-map artillery from the US player. And now is a direct hit there on that Panzer Grenadier. Good pick there by the US player. It is off-map power shoot, so the US player has selected infantry doctrine. Let's get some damage there on that armored car. The British player does not have to immediately deploy a HQ command truck. He retreats back to his teammates' HQ. His teammates' HQ is in the forward position, and he can rely on his teammates' healing as well at the triage center. I'm pretty sure that's officer artillery coming in from the captain as well. I don't think that was off-map power shoot. Yeah, that had to be an officer artillery, right? Got a Stuart light tank now deployed on the field. As the officer on top of the spot, he does have a PS squad for repairs. The US player is just down to minimal force as well. 2 engineers and a single rifleman. You have a drop Panzertrack shot, drop Panzertrack there. I've been told picking up Panzertracks on your officers is incredibly powerful, so the captain should try picking up that Panzertrack. You can pick that up, right? Yes, he can pick it up. Overall, it feels like the Panzer League players are in a better position. They have a lot of squads on the field. The British player has received quite a beating. He's low in manpower, and his squads are just simply not reinforced. But he can rely on his teammates' triage center for healing. Let's see. What doctrine has he potentially gone for? This one has not selected a doctrine just yet. He says, I'll go Luft. We may be going for Luftwaffe ground forces. This one here has nothing loaded on the back as well, so no doctrine selected either. For some reason, he rather his infantry get the Panzertrack than his captain. Was it the Bren squad that picked up? Yep, it was the Bren. That's why he got on the Bren squad, so he can button and get the Panzertrack shots on the same target. That's probably one reason why. After all, Rifleman with Sticky Bomb and Panzertracks are also really powerful as well. Does get a fully mobilization crit there on the Stuart there, though I think he's out of range behind the heavy cover, maybe in range. Qrczak squad is advancing forward. He can get a defensive canister round. Officer artillery raining on in to save his Stuart. He does have enough conditions for a canister shot there. And the Qrczak squad does fall back. He does have the beat squad here for repairs. Got another Qrczak squad advancing forward. We do now have a infiltration now being deployed out on the field. Though he may want to stop. The captain does provide a good defensive buff there. Heat squad does go down there. Cancer round onto the Panzertrack squad. There's a lot of Panzertracks in this region. I think that Stuart's dead. US engineers trying to repair it up. Does get a small hit there on the 222. And you've got an M1AT gun in this area. That's a good item to hit these 222s. The Stuart does go down. And now we do have a fresh field support truck here. Trying to go for a fresh lieutenant. But right now he's starting to get overran once again. His teammate needs to get his rifleman up here as well to support out his teammate. Panzer squad received a bit of fire there. He actually may lose the Panzer squad entirely. Those lose entirely. And another drop Panzertrack. He can't pick up that weapon with the with the Bren squad. Riflemen are going to pick up that Qrczak there. Lieutenant here to support out these forces. Getting some sort of siege on the HQ command truck, but needs to stop hitting with G43 rifles. And only use the Qrczak squad, which is getting focused on by the Bren squad. Could advance a little bit farther forward to get reinforced as well. He's a little bit wounded. Trying to go for a true house center there. 2-2 advancing forward. His teammate's M1 AT guns. He has 2 of them here. Just needs to get pushing forward to cover his teammate. SG squad advancing forward as well, trying to get some good damage on in. And we've got another wipe there. Do you know how the Fallschirmjäger squad advances on forward? And there goes the M1 AT gun. It doesn't look good for the Allies. We got 6 command points for the British player. Could go for an AVRE, maybe even Churchill Crocodile.
We have a secured sector.
I don't know
under
what
attack.
he should go for at the moment. He does has 2 infantry sections. Commandos would not be useful. Royal Artillery
Losing an ammo point.
needs you to have a front line. He does not have a Royal Engineer for 25 pounders. Though he has got a for Royal Artillery. He's bringing Officer Artillery, so he's locked into that one. Honestly, I think the biggest problem with their teamwork right now is probably the US player. The US player dropped a lot of riflemen, and he sort of left his teammate out to dry a little bit too often. After all, the British player's HQ was being overwhelmed by both players, while the US player was not really supporting him all too well. Granted, this area is pretty easy to get overran with, but the riflemen in that engagement were too far back and not pushed forward.
HQ is down to 300 points.
And in a position like this, the AT guns are just simply not far enough forward. They weren't really getting hits on these armored cars. The Brit was getting ripped apart by these armored cars, and his teammates' AT guns were nowhere near. Got Fallschirmjägers and Luftwaffe ground for squads. His teammate may not even have selected a doctrine just yet. He may have gone for Scorched Earth. Yeah, no doctrine selected just yet, so unselected and Luftwaffe ground forces. And the Flak 88s will probably come out very soon. HQ command truck now trying to crawl away. Let's see, what does the US player has at the moment? He does have a sniper on the field, which is good. He has 2 engineers going to try repairing up his teammate's command truck. And now we've got Anthony Squad by one of the Panzer players that's going to easily overran them. They have no real... They have a couple AT guns for defense and a couple picked up Qrczaks. May see a button here, but there's simply not enough supporting vehicles. This is the HQ command truck once again. And Fallschirmjägers come over on the AT gun, and there's just simply not enough front line. Looks like the US player cast in GG, and these forces do get suppressed. Players are casting GGs, and looks like one of the players have backed the game now. So let's go and fast forward the rest of it. Yep, both of them backed off.
Our forces are taking casualties. We're at 200 points.
Yep, that was pretty one-sided. This is Grid saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.